have to make some blueberry scones. I call them very blueberry because there's no other flavoring in them, so it's just going to be blueberries, and I'm going to have some extra blueberry flavoring from the preserves. They're from my mom's. They asked for blueberry last time, and I brought them lemon blueberry, so this time I have to bring them blueberry. I think they have a blueberry thing. Don't ask me why. Start off with our cup and a half, or cup and a quarter. Oh my God, I don't even know my own recipe. 2. Cup and a quarter. And we're going to have our, because I'm using the preserves, I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of sugar. And you can even use much less sugar. You don't have to put the preserves. If you like them on the savory side, less on the sweet side, adjust it how you like. I do find a difference in the ones that have sugar as opposed to the savory ones that don't. They will dense up nicely the next couple of days, whereas and become that really nice scone texture. Whereas the savory ones stay more like a biscuit. Sometimes I'll even sneak some sugar into those, but they will stay more like a drier biscuit, so they don't last more than a couple of days. I know I'm talking about savories, and I'm actually making blueberries, so I'm getting a little off track. And I knew it was around here somewhere. My butter. We're not going to be I just washed all the knives. I'm not gonna dirty another one. We're going to be putting the blueberries in after the butter so that we don't squash any of the blueberries. I probably should put in preserves that I was talking about. Normally I'm just doing blueberry and lemon or blueberry and something else. I won't need this, but these I specifically call these my very blueberry because I want the dough to be blue. If you're just doing plain scones, which are perfectly fine, plain scones, and then you add some fresh blueberries or some dried blueberries that I usually like to rehydrate, you don't need to add any other flavoring. You're going to get a nice white beigey scone with some floaty blueberries in it. But like I said, my very blueberry, it's blueberry all the way through. Blueberry dough, blueberries floating around, everybody's in the party, at the party. Sometimes a good thing to add if you have, especially with frozen, is a little bit of lemon zest or a little lemon juice, because blueberry is a fruit, and you want to keep that tartness that you would get if you were using the fresh ones. So that's totally up to you. If you don't have any lemon zest, you don't want to add it, you know, cut up a little lemon just to get a little bit into these scones, but it is an option. You've got some in the cup in the refrigerator, use it, throw it in. It's just going to give a little bit of zing, a little bit of tartness. Because blueberry is a fruit, you don't want it to be that, like, you don't want it to taste like blueberry preserve. You want, or blueberry, the jelly that comes out of donuts, which I think is just a little too, it's a lot too sweet, and it's not tart enough. So, like I said, a little, you know, teaspoon of lemon zest can't hurt. Vanilla can't hurt. I know. You can also flavor, you know, almost any of the scones up with any, you know, teaspoon of almost anything, you know. Cinnamon. Cinnamon's good in here. Yep, secretly, nutmeg is good in here. A few other things. I have a choice right now. I have, we're not in blueberry season here in Maine yet. These are frozen Maine blueberries that have been thawed. I know you can't see them. They just look like caviar, or Maine caviar. But they're about medium size. I'm going to be using those for this one. These are some other frozen ones which I bought recently. I think I got these at the dollar store. They're obviously, these are much, much tinier. There's stuff from the dollar store is perfectly fine. I also have some that are the traditional industrial grown ones, which are huge. You obviously want to put fewer of those in than you do with the smaller ones. But those, when you thaw them, you really do have to drain them because they're little pockets of moisture. What I wanted to say about the ones from the difference between the name brand ones and the nameless brand ones is only that you have to pick through them. Before I thawed them, I picked through them, got stems out, got any of the non-blue blueberries, the non-ripe ones. Then I poured some water over it, let them thaw for a minute or two, then drained them, and I picked out through them again. So basically, that's what you have to do. So if you grab a bag from the dollar store, they're perfectly usable. If you keep them in the freezer, then you can do 8 blueberries, scones, whenever you want. So we're ready for our blueberries. Now I did drain these once. Probably should have drained them again. Oh, there we go. You're saying, why didn't you just leave all that juice in and not put in the flavoring for the preserves? Because I find that is just a lot of that. I mean, this isn't that bad. This is just like a tablespoon. That's fine. But all the blue fluid from thawing them out is just that blue fluid. It has some flavoring to it, but I'd be adjusting my moisture content, whereas I really want to control that with the milk. I know that sounds like gobbledygook. They're your scones. Make them how you like. You don't want to waste that fluid, that's fine. But when I'm thawing them out, I just really want to get the thawed blueberries out of the process. And I don't want to smash these against the bottom. Not like the banana. Banana. Banana blueberry. I think I've seen that somewhere. Oh, where? Is it banana bread with blueberries? I know, it sounds like a project for another day. Okay, now I'm scraping against the bottom and flipping it up into the blueberries. What I want to do is loosen everything up. Don't have anything packed down in the corners. Yep, sorry, had to pull out some scones. Pop that on top. Turn that up again. You can hear the dog playing with her cat in the other room. Okay, we're back to our scheduled programming. Now, we're going to throw in some milk. This is a third, but we're going to put in half of that, which I think might be enough. Oh, maybe not. Plate around. The reason I use this metal plate is because I'm cutting on it with the pastry cutter or with the dough cutter. You can use any plate that you want. I mean, not something that you care about scratching up. I also like using metal stuff and the other inexpensive stuff because I have a habit of dropping things on the floor. And then I'll just roll around and make a mess. There we go. It's starting to get there. It's starting to look like blueberry ice cream. Blueberry gelato. Nicely blueberry all the way through. And little butter nodules peeking out. Still haven't figured that out. I mean, I know what happens is that the chunkier the butter is, the lighter the scone, the pastry, the dessert, if you want to call that. And then the smoother it is, I won't say tougher, but it has a completely different texture. There's smaller grains, and we want it to be, you know, scone textured. All right, now I'm just killing time trying to avoid fouling my hands. And now we're gonna get in there, press things together. Try to pick up all the little bits, just like you didn't need all that. Just like when you're cleaning up your Play-Doh, you take the big piece and you pick up all the smaller pieces with it. Yep, we still have some stuff on the bottom. I want to get that in there. Yeah, because these blueberries were thawed and they were whole. If I squeeze this, I'm going to get a lot of blueberry juice, so we don't squeeze it. just kind of keep it together. And oh, look at that. Kind of looks like it's a big purple rock. There we go. I'm gonna squish that down. I want to make sure it doesn't hit the bottom with the sticky things. You want to keep the bottom floured so that it doesn't stick to the plate. It makes it difficult to pull it off, and then it comes off in sheets, and it's not like a pretty scone. All right, we've got our, yeah, when things stick, you just flour this. You know, just put some flour on that, and then it shouldn't too badly. Oh, didn't do it right. I still ended up with, hey, let's do this. Oh, shh, don't call it the police. You know what you can also do? Push it all back together and reform it and cut it again. But I'm bringing it to my mom's house. Alright. Get our scones. This is 1, 2. Now, like I said, this pan is a little bit bigger than my dough, so I can get a little tiny bit of space in between them, which is really all you need. You don't have to have it crunchy on all 3 sides. Alright, we'll clean this up and we'll see you when it comes out. It's going to go in there for 15 minutes. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with electricity. Okay. These are the very berry blueberry for my mom's. Another fruit that might possibly make it awkward to get it out. Ooh, there's a nut coming out for love and money. Okay, we're gonna take a spatula or a grapefruit knife or something with a little, steak knife, something with a little bend so you can get, you're just gonna loosen it up. There we go. There we go. We're in good shape. Oh, we're not. There we go. Okay. There we go. Nicely brown on the bottom. See, they only want to come apart. We're going to get that steam out of there. And we'll be all set. Thank you for watching.